Tricia? Trout? Oh, yeah, the order, sorry. Tuesday's fine. Bye.
Happy birthday, son.
Thanks.
Andy said you wanted it. It's not much.
That's fine. That's great, thanks.
These must be cards. These are for you.
I made you this at school.
Yeah, and I got you this, Rob.
No, thanks.
Are we going to have a cake at tea time?
Cake? Oh, I don't know. See what I can do. No, if you're finished, you best go and brush your teeth, ready for school.
Is it bad news?
From the estate agent. Someone wants to come and have a look around the place.
Who is it?
I don't know who he is. Mr. Renfield represents a feed company. Apparently they're interested in using this place for cereals.
Is he going to buy it?
I don't know. We don't even know if he'll make an offer. But somebody will buy it, sooner or later.
And then what'll happen?
I'll get a job. Yeah, we'll find somewhere else to live. We'll survive. And maybe it'll be for the best. Look, I know I wanted to hand the farm over to you two, but it wouldn't be much of a life flogging your guts out here.
That's what I wanted to do.
I know. But you'd both be better getting your heads down at school and making sure you pass your exams. Give yourselves a chance to make something of your lives. No, forget about farming. It's a mug's game.
Her ladyship not made an appointment?
What?
Tara, she's back. Well, Sean and me saw her in village.
You never said anything?
I didn't know. It's the first I've heard of it.
Oh, come on. What about the Sisterhood of the Silver Spoon?
Tara does what she wants when she wants. You should know that by now.
Hope that's not an important contract.
No.
Hey, it was a joke.
Oh, ha, ha.
So, what are you going to do today?
Dunno, I'll probably go and find some wet paint and watch it dry.
Why don't you have the day off, go and do some shopping? You can have Terry. Tell him where you want to go and he'll drive you there, OK?
Suppose it beats stopping round here all day. Go and get my coat, shall I?
Thanks, boss.
I want you to keep your eye on her every minute of the day. I don't want her wandering off on her own, all right?
Are you going to provide the handcuffs?
Oh, just do it.
Come on, Marlon, get up. We should be open by now.
What's the point?
You've got a restaurant to run.
It was our dream, mine and Trish's. Without her, it don't mean anything.
She won't be very pleased when she gets back and finds you've gone out of business.
Who says she's coming by?
She will.
We're going down the tubes anyway, so why should I bother?
Don't be so pathetic. If you admit defeat now, when are you going to get another chance to run your own place? And how are you going to pay back all the money you owe? Get a job in a burger bar? You can't give up, Marlon. It's not an option.
All right, I'm getting up.
You had a much better night last night, didn't you, darling?
Yes.
I thought we might go for a bit of a walk this afternoon, get a bit of fresh air.
That's a good idea. As long as you don't overdo it.
I'll make sure she doesn't.
Will the pair of you stop treating me as if I was some kind of invalid?
Well, that's because we care about you. Isn't it, Ashley?
Yes, of course.
I think I'll go and make some coffee.
Can't be easy for you.
It's far harder for Bernice.
You want to help and she won't let you.
I understand what she's doing. It would hurt her so much to face up to what's happened, so she's putting up a barrier.
You've suffered a loss too.
I know. And I wish I could put my arms around her and we could say what we really feel and start to get rid of all the pain. But Bernice isn't ready to do that. And until she is, I have to stay strong and positive.
What are you doing here?
I need to look over next month's transport requirements for this place. You know, double checking.
They're at the haulage yard.
No, I left them here last week. Maybe I should check in there.
They're not there, neither's Tara. And that's why you're here, isn't it? To see her.
She's still away, isn't she?
Oh, so the Sean who was with Terry when he saw her in the village wasn't you, it was a different Sean.
Oh, I'd forgotten all about that. Well, I couldn't be certain it was her anyway.
Oh, don't look at me. I haven't seen her.
I couldn't care less. So, you're sure those figures aren't here?
Positive. Looks like you've had a wasted journey.
Yeah, well, I'll best get back to the yard.
If Tara calls in, should we tell her you were looking for her?
No, because I'm not.
No wonder he got found out. He's a terrible liar.
And a fool. Whatever she's come back for, it won't be for him. No, she'll be up to something. I put money on it.
I just wanted you to know how sorry I am about what's happened.
That's kind of you. Please sit down, Cathy.
I don't know if this helps. I hope it does. But I had a similar experience once myself. It was a long time ago when I was married to my first husband, Jackie.
I'm sorry, Cathy. I had no idea.
Why are you telling me this?
So that you'd realise that you're not alone, Bernice.
Why should I be interested in what happened to you?
That's a terrible thing to say, Bernice.
All I'm saying is, I know how you feel, and I know what you're going through.
But you don't. You don't have any idea how I feel. I'm sorry for what happened to you, Cathy, but that's about you, not me. It doesn't help at all. Nothing you can say is going to make any difference. So don't bother, all right? Just leave me alone.
Bernice, you're not being fair.
No, it's all right, Ashley.
Right, yes, of course. Yeah, will do. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye. Tara. Hi.
Literally. Bet you weren't expecting to see me.
Well, actually, I was. We'd heard you were back.
Oh, what a shame. I was hoping to surprise everyone.
Not your usual grand entrance then, Tara?
Ah, Chris, I was hoping you'd be here. It's lovely to see you.
Really?
Well, of course. How are you?
Well, since you ask, suspicious.
Ah, same old Chris then.
Well, we have this wonderful new invention called the telephone. You can pick it up and let people know you're coming.
Ah, you know me, Chris. I've always been a creature of impulse.
So you'd like us to believe?
I know I'm not a shareholder anymore, but you do still have my stallions. I thought I'd make sure you were taking good care of them. Tara, I didn't know you were back. Well, you were about the only person who didn't, apparently.
Lady Tara Thornfield, I've heard a lot about you.
And who are you?
This is Andrew Fraser, our stud manager.
Oh, so you're the man who's looking after my stallions.
That's right.
And are they in good hands?
Well, why don't you go with Andrew and see for yourself?
Well, is that all right with you? You're not too busy?
It'd be my pleasure.
Well, in that case, let's go. I'll see you all later. What is she doing here?
She says she's come to check up on her stallions.
Do you believe her?
Of course not.
Me neither.
You seem to have the place running very smoothly.
Yes, I do.
You don't do modesty, then?
Not when it's false.
But having said that, it must be difficult for a new stud like this to compete with the more established businesses, don't you think?
Is that why you sold your share?
Oh, I was bored with being a businesswoman. I tend to get bored unless I'm constantly amused. How about you?
Oh, I usually find something to keep us occupied wherever I am.
So why did you come here?
Why did you come back?
I asked first.
I think it was Chris. I warmed to him right off. He's such a caring and supportive employer.
Does he know you're insubordinate?
Oh, he wants us to make him a lot of money, that's all he's bothered about.
But can you? So many things that could go wrong.
Such as?
Oh, you've been around horses, you know the risks.
Well, that's part of the attraction for me. And it's much more satisfying when I turn the place round.
Is that right?
Yes, now it's your turn. You haven't answered my question yet.
No, I haven't, have I?
Alan sends his love. He would have come, but somebody had to stay and look after the pub.
Well, it's a relief, to be honest.
How do you mean?
Well, he would have only felt uncomfortable, like everyone else, not knowing what to say.
Like everyone else? Does that include me?
I'll let you know in a couple of minutes.
Hang on, Bernice. People come and see you because they care about you.
So they tell me.
And you're right, it's not easy knowing what to say.
Which brings us back to Alan. Sensible man.
Bernice, pet, you can't keep this up indefinitely. It's not going to help you get over what's happened.
Well, when you find the magic formula, let me know.
Oh, hello, Diane. I thought we could go for our walk now. You could come too if you like, Diane.
Oh, no thanks, pet.
I need to call in at church first, and then we could walk along the river. What do you say?
No, I'll stay here. You go on your own.
You sure?
Yeah.
Right, I'll be off then. Goodbye, Diane.
Bye, love. Enjoy your walk. Well, I'd better be going as well. Oh, you're probably not interested, but Trisha's gone. She just left. We've no idea where she is.
Can't say I'm surprised. She always did run away from her problems, Trisha.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's hard to face up to them, isn't it?
Goodbye, Mum.
Thank you very much for your time, Andrew.
I hope you like what you saw.
It's been a very useful visit. Oh, now, if you don't mind, I really must be going.
Why don't I come with you and buy you lunch?
Oh, right, sorry, I've got another appointment. I must go. Bye. Bye, Jenny. Bye, Tara.
Interesting woman. Is she married?
How did I guess you were going to ask me that?
And?
Not at the moment, as far as I know. And in answer to your next question, you'll have to find out for yourself.
And what was my next question?
Is there a man in her life? And to the question after that, my advice would be to tread carefully.
You're way ahead of us.
Oh, come on, Andrew. The minute you saw her, you were wondering if you were in with a chance.
You have such a low opinion of me.
That's because I know what you're like. But don't underestimate Tara. She can play the fluffy, upper-class bimbo to perfection. There's a lot more to her than that.
Is that supposed to put us off?
Oh.
Hey, Marlon. Still no news of Trisha?
No.
She'll be all right.
Yeah. Just doesn't want to be with me anymore.
Well, come on, she probably just needed a bit of space. She'll come back in a few days.
Here's your coffees.
I'll leave you to it.
Marlon. I'm sorry. Look, the last thing you need is someone telling you everything's going to be all right, because, well, you don't believe that, do you?
I don't know. I like to. I don't know what to think.
Well, if you want to come round to my place, you know, just turn up. You can stare at the walls, you can get drunk, you can shout at me if it makes you feel better. Whatever. All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Poor Marlon. He's really suffering, you know.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you fall for a lass and she lets you down.
Oh, you're not still mad at me about that, are you?
Of course not. No, I've moved on.
Not from where I'm sitting. You still do what Chris tells you to.
Oh, and you don't?
I get to spend a couple of £100 on some frocks.
Yeah. And I get a chance to look at you trying them on.
Oh, enjoyed looking at me then?
Oh. As much as you enjoy being looked at.
Well, you're a very appreciative audience.
Pity I can't show me appreciation more.
Hey, your job's to keep an eye on me, remember, that's all.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Me keeping an eye on you?
Small price to pay for designer dresses. What's your excuse? Paid your peanuts.
You're not going to believe me, but I don't just think of Chris as a boss.
You're right, I don't believe you.
He needs me. I mean, he'll never admit to it, but all that business with Liam brought us closer together. You don't forget an experience like that.
If you think that, you're a bigger mug than what I thought you were.
Well, that makes two of us.
Well, then here's to captivity.
Could be a worse cellmate.
Is Tara gone?
She left a couple of hours ago. Why?
What did she want?
She wanted to have a look around the stud, you know that.
I don't buy it. She knows the stud as well as anyone.
Well, she's been away for a few months, hasn't she? And she's never met me before.
How did you get on with her?
Okay.
I bet you did.
I don't understand, Chris. What's the matter with you? Why the third degree?
Because I don't trust her. There's always a hidden agenda where she's concerned. Oh, come on, she must have let something slip about why she come back.
Sorry to disappoint you, but she didn't.
Oh, look, Alan, I know what you're going to ask. And the answer's no, she hasn't been in touch.
I rather expected you'd say that.
I can't believe she could just leave like that. Why didn't she say something?
Well, I was thinking about the time she came to the village, about 2.5 years ago. She just turned up out of the blue and no explanation as to why. I just wondered if history was repeating itself.
Is that supposed to reassure me?
No, I was just trying to understand what happened.
I should have seen this coming when she went off last week. She was really upset.
Well, if it's any consolation, the last time I saw Tricia, we had a row.
No, it's no consolation at all, Alan. It means the two people she relied on most both let her down.
Well, let's just hope we get the opportunity to put things right.
There you go, mate. Chris said he saw you up the stud farm today.
So?
Reckoned you were looking for Tara.
Well, I wasn't.
Be great if you two could get it together again. I've never met a real aristocrat before. Maybe we could go out as a foursome.
Oh, get lost, will you?
Hey, Carol. Do something useful, love. Run me a bath.
Good idea. I'll join you if you like.
Look, if you're trying to get in touch with Tara after what she did to you, you're mad.
I'm not.
I'm not daft, Sean.
Me and her have got unfinished business.
Like what?
Well, it's like you said. She messed up my life. There's things I need to say to her.
Maybe so. But if you've got any sense, you'll keep well clear.
I thought I'd better come and offer my condolences.
You didn't have to.
It was my duty as a Christian. Besides, it won't do you any good sitting here on your own brooding.
I'm fine.
Oh, I doubt that very much. But don't worry, I'll soon put you right. Well, come on. These won't put in water.
Hey. Now you can cut it and make a wish.
What did you wish for?
I'm not telling.
Would everybody like a piece?
Oh, yes, please.
I get it.
Can I listen to this?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh, it's only me. I heard there was a party going on.
Come on in, Zach. Have a piece of cake.
Oh, did you make it yourself?
No, I made it. I came round this afternoon and baked it.
I see.
Are you going to open them, or are they just for ballast?
Oh, these are for the birthday boy. Here you are, Robert, lad.
Great, thanks.
Hang on a second, Zach. He's 15, not 18.
Ah, but it's a special occasion, isn't it?
Yeah, go on, Dad.
Yeah, all right, you and Andy can share one. Zach and me will drink the rest.
Cheers.
Here's to the future, son. It's going to get better, I promise.
Guess who? I'm sorry to bother you at home, but I've come to a decision and I thought you ought to know about it as soon as possible.
What decision?
I'm moving my stallions from home farm. They're going to a stud near Thirsk where they've offered me a very good deal.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can.
I knew you were up to something. What the hell are you playing at?
I did a lot of thinking whilst I was away, and once I decided to come back, I thought I'd make a new start and wipe the slate clean.
If you take your stallions away, we could go under.
I'm sorry about that, but I have to put my own interests first. That's the most important rule of business, isn't that right, Chris?
Well, you won't get away with it. You'll be in breach of contract. We'll sue you.
I thought you might say that, but it's not going to make any difference. My mind is made up. My horses are going whether you like it or not.
Flowers are lovely, Mrs. Birch. It was good of you to call in.
But you'll be glad when I've gone.
I didn't say that.
I was probably the last person you wanted to see, wasn't I?
It's just that I've had rather a lot of visitors today and I'm a bit tired.
You don't have to pretend with me. You're not stood behind the bar at the church porch now.
What do you mean?
When you're serving drinks, or you're standing next to your husband after eating some, you have to smile and be polite, haven't you? You can't tell people what you really think.
Well, it's just as well sometimes.
But not at others. I had this friend once, about the same age as me. She was brought up never to say what she really felt. It was considered improper. I dare say she'd have made a good vicar's wife.
So what happened to her?
Oh, she's still going strong. She hasn't got any friends, not really. Because she never lets anyone get close to her. She can't. So whenever she feels hurt, and she does, she keeps everything locked up inside.
And that doesn't really help, does it?
No. But she'll never change. Not now. It's too late for her. But there are times when she looks back and she wishes that someone had come to see her when she was feeling particularly unhappy. They wouldn't have had to do much. Just hold her hand, perhaps, and stayed with her for a while, because sometimes that's all that's necessary. Isn't it?